Hey guys, Simon Bryson here, and today we're going to actually review a book by Curtis Jackson, or as you may know him, 50 Cent. Now the book is actually called Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Now usually I avoid these books, to be honest with you, because usually it's just like a biography, like, hey guys, my name is Curtis Jackson, I went through this, now I'm this person, I'm successful. But this book is not a biography. It actually includes a lot of actionable steps to actually take to get to your goals. For example, communication skills, negotiation skills, negotiating equity over just getting, for example, some quick money. It goes through a lot of details that actually help you a ton, and not just like, hey, my name is Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, and then blah 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 blah. No, this book right here goes through key details and actually action steps to take to actually get to a successful career, not just with like rapping and like TV shows, but just in any high standard whenever it comes to what you actually want to achieve. Now, by the way guys, this book right here is actually, if you ask me, very refreshing to actually take a look at someone from a similar background as I am, actually go ahead and actually accomplish something and then come back and share all the little key details and secrets on how he actually got there. So in reality, it is a bit refreshing, and I actually like the book a lot. Now in this book, I actually found 5 key details which I'm going to share with you guys right here in this video, and I like to call them nuggets. So I found 5 nuggets. And by the way, if you want to read this book for free, legally, all you have to do is have a link down below to Audible, and when you sign up, you get 1 month for free and also 2 free books. So if you want to get this book and another book, for example, I recommend As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And once you have those 2 free books, if you want to cancel, you still get to keep those books. So that's a way to actually get these books for free if you want to. Again, link down below to Audible. Now, without further ado, guys, I do post videos on the channel every single day, and I make a book review once a week. So make sure to also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And on top of that, also destroy the like button. Now, as you guys know, I read a book every single week, and that's how I do a book review every single week. I don't do the speed reading stuff. No, I actually read the books. In reality though, if you actually want to read more books, to actually get more information, and then actually go out there and do more things, which is awesome if you ask me, I recommend you find out this one thing. Are you a reader like this, or are you actually a listener, for example, like I am when it comes to Audible? If I'm actually listening to a book, everything stays in, but if I'm reading, well, everything just goes out one ear and the next ear. So find out if you are a reader or, for example, a listener by either signing up for Audible or, for example, just grabbing a book and trying to read it and see exactly how much of the information you actually retain. Now, without further ado, guys, here is the first nugget that I actually found in this book. The first one is actually equity. Now, equity is whenever you actually negotiate a deal and actually get to own a piece of the company instead of actually getting a quick check. For example, guys, okay, as you guys know, whenever an artist talks about a product, sometimes, most of the times actually, they get a check for actually talking about that product. Quick money. However, 50 Cent talks about, well, whenever the deal makes enough sense, you want to see if you can actually get some equity in the company, ownership in the company, and that way you have more skin in the game, but you also own a part of the company and also a part of the earnings of the company sometimes. So for example, guys, in 2007, or maybe even a little bit earlier before that, well, 50 Cent negotiated a deal with Vitamin Water. Now, Vitamin Water just wanted him to actually come on, talk about the product, and get paid a quick check. Well, in reality, 50 Cent actually negotiated a small equity deal in the actual company. So in reality, he didn't take the quick check, he took a piece of the company. And when Coca-Cola bought Vitamin Water for around $4.1 billion, that's crazy, right? He actually walked away between $60 to $100 million instead of just taking a quick check. Now, sometimes this makes sense, sometimes it does not make sense. Some companies out there are great companies, equity, awesome, oh my gosh, I own a piece of it. But in reality, some companies are trash, not that great, and you might just want to get a check and call it a day. But it's your job as an investor or an artist or an employee or a brand dealer, whatever you are, to actually figure out exactly which companies are good and also which companies are not that great. So for example, guys, a more recent example is actually Beyonce. As you guys know, Beyonce, if you guys didn't know by the way, Beyonce negotiated a deal also with Uber. So Uber actually hired Beyonce to come on stage as she performed for them for around $6 million. She said, well, can you guys actually just pay me in equity? They said, yes, no problem. And today, that money, allegedly, it's worth around $300 million. So in reality, sometimes taking a piece of equity is a lot better than just making some quick money. So always think about that when it comes to a deal. For example, do I get paid in equity or do I just take a quick check? And by the way, you always want to have a lawyer present, and that way you know exactly what type of equity you're actually getting. Be very careful. They might try to scam you. So always have a lawyer present. And number 2, guys, is basically do not ever get fixated on a specific price. Now, in the book, 50 Cent talks about, for example, he had a friend that basically wanted to get a record deal, and he always said, I want to get paid $1 million or I do not want to work with you, okay? Now, he actually got an opportunity to work with 50 Cent, but not for $1 million because basically he wasn't worth that much. And he said, no. I want $1 million or else I am not signing. Well, in the end, he didn't sign because he didn't get $1 million. And in reality, he missed out on a chance to actually make a ton of money with 50 Cent. And the answer is, guys, okay, sometimes you might be fixated, for example, hey, I want to get this much money with this company. If I don't get it, I walk away. But in reality, the opportunity, the experience you actually get might be actually more valuable than that fixed amount of money. For example, embarrassing story here. When I was 19 years old, I was fixated on basically going out there and having, by the age of 25, $100K in cash. That was my goal. I was like, oh my gosh, if I have this much money, I'm good, I'm rich, oh my gosh. But in reality, the more I actually understood investing, inflation, opportunity cost, I figured out that, hey, this is one of the dumbest ideas I ever had. So in reality, you have to be very flexible whenever it comes to your goals. Although having specific, obtainable goals, smart goals are very important, yeah, but you also have to be flexible to understand exactly, well, maybe I need to change here because basically the opportunity is basically a lot better than that number. So always be very careful when it comes to like, hey, I want to get paid that amount of money or else I'm gone. Sometimes you might lose out and a lot more. And number 3, guys, is basically health and also wealth. You need to take care of both things. In actuality, you won't actually have anything. And there's this great quote in history. I don't know where it comes from, but it says basically, if all you do is focus on success and also building wealth, in actuality, you will spend a big chunk of your wealth actually trying to get back your health in the end. Doctors, okay? That's the point here. And also 50 Cent in this book talks about like, hey guys, I do not partake in any alcohol. I don't partake in any of that stuff. And I also go to the gym and I also keep a very strict diet. So although you might see the persona of like, hey, I am a movie star, I'm a hip hop artist, I am this, I'm that, but he also makes sure to take care of his body, and that way he can stay in the game for a very long time. And right now, with quarantine, a lot of people are having a hard time staying healthy because basically the gyms are closed and hopefully they open back up, but in actuality, it is part of the game. So you always want to make sure like, hey, let me take care of my body. And there's this other great quote that basically says, well, if I gave you one car, any car you wanted, but just one, and you had to have that car for the rest of your life, would you take care of it? The answer is yes. In actuality, you only have, for example, one mind and one body. So take very good care of it. By the way, that's not mine. I stole it. It's Warren Buffett. There you go. Just revealed myself. I don't want to get in trouble, but there you go. It's a very great quote. And I always think about it when it comes to like, hey, I have to stay healthy. I only have one body and I also only have one mind. And now guys, number 4 is actually success sometimes means having to leave some people behind and sometimes even some of your past behind. Now, the idea is this, guys, okay? I face this also, and you probably will also, to a point where the more successful you get, you find yourself having to leave some friends, some family members actually behind. Not like, okay, I'm cutting you out, I'm like famous now, I'm so cool, I can't hang out with you. The answer is no. But as you guys know, sometimes some people can be very toxic around you. Sometimes it's family, friends, just like people you actually know at work. The answer is sometimes success means having to leave some people behind. And in this book, it goes to the extreme where it talks about, hey, 50 Cent had to leave his first wife, I believe, and also his first son behind to basically go out there and pursue what he wants to pursue, because basically his wife only wanted one thing, and that was basically complacency. Is that correct? I don't know. That's his business. But overall, guys, the point is this, okay? I've noticed also in my life that sometimes you might want to basically grab those people, your friends, your family, and try to help them accomplish the same success you actually have. But in reality, not every single person is built for that, and you have to understand that, okay? And I also read this book also called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, where he talks about you cannot help anyone, man, woman, child. Well, child is different, okay? I'm just kidding about that one. But you cannot help a man or a woman, grown adults, if they do not want your help. People don't change if you just want them to change. People change because they want to change. So sometimes you might be with a friend, you might help them, they might come up with you, and they actually might change. But sometimes some people do not want to change. And you have to decide, like, hey, do I stay with this person, stay toxic, or do I just walk away and wait until that person is ready for something different? That is the point, okay? Family will always be family, but just because they're your family doesn't mean you have to have them around you all the time, okay? Because sometimes that might bring in some very, very bad energy. And I faced that also, and I'm pretty sure you guys also faced it also in the past. Comment down below, let me know. And sometimes this actually happens with a boyfriend or even a girlfriend, right? The idea is that sometimes you might want to succeed and keep going, but that person might not actually want to go as far or might want to hold you back with the same bad habits. So the idea is sometimes you have to walk away, but sometimes you have to decide, like, hey, do you want to come with me? Yes or no? If they say yes, pursue. If they say no, then no. And by the way, whenever you're listening to someone, guys, remember this, okay? Don't just listen to what they say, but also watch what they do. Hey, I'll change, but hey, I do the same exact thing, okay? Sometimes you just have to pull the plug and call it a day. And lastly, guys, and number 5 is actually there is the place and time for everything. And to be honest, this whole book is actually all about adaptability, being able to adapt to your environment, your situation, the deal, the conference, the business meeting, whatever it is, your job, employee, your career, whatever it is, it's all about adapting to the situation and making it a better one, okay? That's what I loved about this book. But overall, guys, I said 5, but there's a lot more in this book. I hope you guys read it. Link down below to Audible. That way you guys take a look at it. But overall, guys, comment down below and let me know. Are you going to read this book? Does it sound interesting to you? Comment down below. Let me know. To be honest, I would probably rate this book a very strong read. Some books I don't like, okay? And if I don't like it, I don't review it. It's a waste of time, okay? But this book right here, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. A lot of stories in it, and also a lot of actionable steps that you take to improve your life also. And that's what I look forward to when I read a book. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video right here, well, like this video. On top of that, also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. On top of that, follow me on Instagram, Bryson. And before I go, follow my second channel called The Time Bryson Show. It's hilarious. Check it out. Link down below. And also, if you want to see all my book reviews, link right here. Click my video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.